Welcome to 0 to 60. Matt McChesney. I am the owner and operator of 60 Football Academy and 60 Equipment. Played at the University of Colorado since 2004. 6 years in the National Football League on both sides of the football.
That was his dream to play for Colorado.
With McChesney, grew up in Colorado, always wanted to be a Buffalo, but had a great career.
I'm Matt McChesney. This is 0 to 60. That is Coach Prime. We are at the University of Colorado. Brother, thank you so much. What's happening? Happy Monday. This is 0 to 60. I'm your host, Matt McChesney. Bailey's on the ones and the twos. Boy, we have a lot to talk about today. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. I hope that your stomachs are full. I'm sure everybody's having food remorse today, but why? Who gives a fuck? Christmas is right around the corner. You can stuff your fat ass again. Look, man, there's so many topics to discuss here. I don't even fucking know where to start, and that's not my job. It's Bailey's job. So, Bailey, where do we start? Let's fucking go.
We're rolling, Matt. We're in the building. Before we get into real shit here, because 0 to 60 is the premier show for Colorado Buffaloes football coverage, and they did finish 3-9 with the loss to Kansas State. But, Matt, what was your favorite Thanksgiving dish you ate over the past weekend? Mine was mac and cheese by far. My mom kicked ass with that, so shout out to her.
Let's see. Oh, excuse me.
That works.
Turkey sandwiches, bro.
Oh,
like the meal is cool. The meal is cool. I dig the meals, but when I get home and there's bread and cheese and a little bit of fucking Miracle Whip, because all you people that use mayonnaise, you're disgusting.
You're a Miracle Whip. Okay.
Little yellow mustard all up on it, and then stack that pie with that turkey, the leftover turkey that's been in a bag. It's like cold. And the cheese, and then maybe fucking smash it real together, or put some gravy on top of it, eat with a fork. Fuck! That shit is so good, I don't know what to do with myself. So, I'm a big leftover turkey guy. I've probably eaten 10 turkey sandwiches in 3 days.
Damn, that sounds fine. Good Lord.
That and the macaroni and cheese, really good. The mashed potatoes, excellent. The pie, bro. I had some key lime pie that just crushed me. Fuck. Damn. The apple pie crushed me. I tip my cap. All right. Bree's family did it right. My mother did it right. Fuck, man. Christmas is going to be hard to top.
This guy says, what about your veggies, Ches?
Fucking vegetables.
What are you talking about?
There was some basil on a pizza I ate.
Yeah, there you go. See, greens.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think there was some green bean casserole that I stiff-armed and went straight for the sweet potatoes.
Stiff-armed, yeah. Oh, shit.
I guess, is a potato a vegetable?
I get you, I guess.
I thought peanuts are nuts. Did you know that? Did you know that a peanut isn't a nut? Bree, what's a peanut?
It's like a fat or something.
Lagoon. What the fuck is a lagoon?
Shit.
So is a potato a vegetable? Well, fuck that. Potatoes shouldn't be vegetables. They should have their own class.
Well, Matt, let's dive into it here. We got a lot to discuss here on the Colorado front. The chat is already talking, and let's get into it. Colorado finishes 3-9 after dropping.
I'm 325. Thank you.
Yeah, let's be right on numbers here.
All right. I'm weight sensitive. No, I'm not really. I don't give a fuck. All right, let's go.
Colorado drops their final game against Kansas State in the snow and the cold in Manhattan, and Colorado falls to 3-9 here, 1-8 in the Big 12. And Matt, I want to get your biggest takeaways from the season as a whole. Let's kind of sum it up here. But before I get your takeaways, I want to get Coach Prime's comments on the season as a whole. Take a listen.
Win, I don't mind a clap. When I lose, I don't mind a boo. I played this game. I know this game like the back of my hand, and I love this game, and I love all the ups and downs, the ins and outs about it. And I'm built for every last bit of it. But if anybody's built to reconcile and to get this back on course, it's me. And I will do it if it's the last thing I do on earth. Trust me when I tell you. This was the Last Supper. God bless.
Now, 3-9. He had one good season with Shedeur and Travis last year, 4-8 the year before. Matt, we discussed it off air before. The Last Supper reference is a little bit confusing as to what the future means for him, like Coach Prime himself and CU. But Matt, give me your biggest takeaways from the season as a whole as CU finishes 3-9 here.
It was a dumpster fire. It was a fucking dumpster fire from the start. I mean, I sent you this thing that Brian Howell tweeted. Did you get that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, put it up. Brian Howell, obviously a huge friend of the show, friend of mine, great guy. That has covered so many bad Buffalo teams. I feel sorry for him. I thought we were doing this BH. We ain't. It's crazy that Colorado lost all 6 of these games and couldn't find a way to finish strong. Georgia Tech tied 22 minutes left. BYU 21-17 lead in the fourth quarter. TCU 21-21 with 7 minutes left. West Virginia down 22-19 in the fourth quarter. Arizona State, which we lost 42-17, down 21-17 in the fourth quarter, and then bam, Ronald fucking Coleman. K-State down 17-14 with 7 minutes left. So I see that and I go, we're pretty shitty that we can't figure out a way to win these games. And all I can do is go off of my own experience, which isn't really relevant in this case anymore, because I want to know how much of this team is going to come back and rectify this. I know the head coach is going to come back and try and rectify it, but how many of your soldiers are taking it as personal as you?
Good question.
So when I was a freshman at CU in 2000, which is a long time ago, we were 3-8. And if you pull up our schedule, pull up the schedule from 2000, the year 2000, when old McChesney was a whip and an 18-year-old snot-nosed freshman playing out there getting my ass kicked by Leonard Davis and shit. It was fun. Shouldn't have been playing probably as a freshman, but I was. And it was awesome, and we sucked. But if you look at all the games, it's 28-24 loss to CSU, 17-14 to SC, 17-14 to Washington.
Yep.
Kansas State beat the fuck out of us. It's winning at Kyle Field 26-21. It's, it's tight game after tight game after tight game. And then the team decided, and I remember in the locker room after we lost at Nebraska when they were ranked 8th, and we lost, we went up on them. Craig Oaks threw a touchdown to Machete in the back corner. We went up. What was the score of that game, Bailey?
Nebraska game?
Yeah, in 2000.
It's 30.
I think it's
34 Nebraska.
34-32 Nebraska. So we go up 32-31 with 30 seconds left. We squib kick it. It ricochets off the fucking frontline guy. They recover it, throw 2 out routes, and hit like a 56-yard field goal to beat us 34-31. And I remember in the locker room afterwards, okay, Victor Rogers and Andre Girard, who is the offensive line coach in Boulder, and Justin Bannon, and Michael Lewis and Donald Strickland and Jay Sean Sykes and the fucking leaders of that team that were all coming back saying this shit is over. The offseason starts tomorrow. Coach Barnett didn't have to say shit. I haven't heard a damn thing from the players. So the core of this team, Jordan Seaton, Omarion Miller, the other Miller, Slaughter, Byard, Davis Swain, Merritt, McPherson, and I'm missing guys. Williams, sophomore, Juju. Are y'all taking this as personal, or are you counting checks? Are you trying to get paid again off 3 and 9? Because to be completely honest with you, nobody's getting an up. Coach Prime should renegotiate his contract if he knew, we were really doing what's best for the university, right? The players, if you're going to hold Coach Prime and see you hostage after going 3 and 9? What kind of bargaining power do you think you really have? So I hope that's not happening. Not saying it is. Hope it's not. Mm-hmm. The season as a whole is extremely disappointing. I don't look at close losses like, hey, this is pretty cool. I look at it like, man, if we ever had anything to play for other than ourselves, and we were actually a cohesive unit and gave a shit about each other and played for the fucking name on the front of the jersey instead of the name on the back, maybe you wouldn't be in this situation. Maybe those 6 of those 7 losses are wins. Maybe not. Again, I played on a team as a freshman that everybody was bought into the Colorado mantra, and we still went 3 and 8. I played on a team when I was a junior. We still went 5 and 7. That said, after the failure, there was a resurgence. After a 4 and 8 failure, there was a resurgence. But I think it was spawned by the leadership of Shedeur and Travis and Horn and Wester and guys like that were in the room. And Green and Hill Green, like a lot of really good veterans. Guys that had been here and gone through 4 and 8. There were a lot of those guys that came back on that team last year. So now you're 3 and 9. You're the laughingstock of college football. I think it's the most disappointing season in the entirety of college football. Like at $10 million coach, you won the Heisman last year. You went 9 and 4. You resurrected a program that had been hurting, that hadn't really had a lot to celebrate since 2016 when they went 10 and 2 and won the Pac-12 South. Yep. We haven't won a bowl game since I was a fucking senior in 2004, and I'm 44 years old now. Okay. We had a 1st-round draft pick. We had a 5th-round draft pick. We had 6th-round draft picks. We had another 5th-round draft pick in Horn. There's 5 or 6 guys on that team that are all balling out in the NFL, a bunch of guys on practice squads. I understand Coach Prime was sick. That was the offseason. The offseason failures in personnel and development fall directly on Corey Phillips and Box and the scouting department and the coaches because Coach Prime wasn't there. The in-season inability to change, to acclimate, to run the football consistently. Again, the leading rusher for your Colorado Buffaloes, the University of fucking Colorado leading rusher. Over the last 3 years, we haven't had a guy go over 400 combined yards. 400. We can't have one fucking back that goes over 400 yards in 3 years. You're telling me that we had a back. Go to the 1-11 season. Who was our leading rusher, and how many yards did he have? Because that's every prime sexual is like, oh well, you are what? Yeah, well, we can't run the ball for more than 400 yards with one guy. But we got the number 1 tackle in the world, whose draft stock is plummeting most likely because of his tape last year. And then here's another question. I'm removing myself right now from being a Buffalo supporter and fan when I talk about this. I am not telling anyone to leave, and I want to reiterate this. They don't listen to me anyway, so what the fuck? They're listening to Buffton Prime, though. I just got to talk to him about his stupid red hat. Dog, can't wear red. We don't wear red here. I know you're an Indiana guy, but fuck.
I don't know if he has much allegiance like you do, but yeah.
He has no allegiance. And it's one of the things I like about the guy. He doesn't give a fuck. And you know what? He's right about a ton of shit. So I haven't really watched too many videos and talked to him too many times where I'm like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. No, he pretty much is fucking dead on with like 99.9% of this shit. On top of all the players that reach out to him for help, the guys who reach out to me for help. It feels like high school, bro. Like they cornered Xavier Hill, and Xavier's done there now. He doesn't play for CU anymore. They cornered Xavier Hill when he came to fucking work with me for that day, and ostracized him for going to get help. They didn't ask him what he did.
You see what T-Cal said about Colton and Brandon Hood? Where
of course they did. Of course. And it's true. They had 11 open scholarships they didn't use, and they couldn't put Hood's brother on scholarship to keep the Thorpe winner here. You wanted to negotiate with Phil Green,
saying he thought he deserved more of an opportunity than they didn't want it. And then McKinney held out.
I thought Coach Prime didn't deal with players holding out.
Do you want to hear?
It's all bullshit, bro. This is my point. There's a front being put up that everyone's just being asked to just fucking accept. And I know Colorado fans have been through the mud for a long time, but we're not dumb. And you can't convince us that our program doesn't have tradition and fucking passion, and and people don't support people we're supporting when we were dog shit. The same way that they support Coach Prime. They show out. You think that's the first time the stadium's been sold out, dog? So I've gotten to the point here now where Coach Prime just said to the Buffalo country here, he will fix this if it's the last thing he does. So fix it. Fix it. And don't get fucking mad when people question what you're doing, because you have allowed that going 4-8, 9-4, and then 3-9, and 1-8 in the Big 12, and getting your ass beat and out-coached in damn near every game. The reason we lost Georgia Tech and BYU and TCU and all these close games is because we got out-coached, guys. Iowa State, go back and watch the Iowa State game. We played almost perfect, and they played fucking terrible. They were awful. But they're going to a bowl game. That's our only conference win. You think Matt Campbell's happy about that? No. We got to go to Ames next year. That should be fun.
Oh, boy.
What can I say about Ames, Iowa that I haven't said about fucking Afghanistan? Okay, so look, that's the thing that angers me the most about the entire season is that we have a roster riddled with NFL players. Period. Even this year. Last year was stacked. This year, Jordan Seaton should be the first tackle off the board. Should be. I don't know if he's going to be. He's got 3 offensive line coaches. I don't know who's coaching them. But then I would say to Jordan, how hard are you exploring the transfer portal? How hard are you getting fucking pulled? If you don't think people are tampering and calling Jordan Seaton, you're fucking high. It's the first phone call I would make if I was an offensive line coach. If I'm Lane Kiffin and I got to LSU today, I would fucking go into my offensive line room and go, hey, offensive line coach, Jordan Seaton plays left tackle at CU. They went 3-9. You think you'd like to come to LSU and play for me and go first round? Why don't you make a phone call? Get a hold of his people. Message him on fucking Twitter or fucking Instagram. It's not real hard to get a hold of people.
Lane loves Twitter.
It's not fucking hard to get a hold of people, dog.
Facts.
And all you got to say to him is this. That's it. Your stock is nosedived. Your tape wasn't that good. The Utah defensive end wore you out. Why do you want to stay in Boulder? What's our retort? How do we say to him, how, if you represent Jordan Seaton, how do you say to him, you should just be loyal? What? There's none of that. There's no fucking loyalty anymore, dog. We're going to talk about Lane Kiffin here in a second. We might as well right now. There ain't no fucking loyalty.
Hold on. Let me say this, Matt. Lane Kiffin will do what you said about Seaton after meeting with the number 1 tackle that LSU already had in fucking what's his name, Lamar Brown.
They're the number 1 defensive
but Dion won't. I'll throw that out there. Matt, you mentioned roster, and Colorado obviously is loaded roster. They don't have they're not a team. They don't mesh it.
They have a roster, they're not a team. Thank you, Bailey. I don't know if I could put it better.
They don't mesh at all.
So look, in the information age, ignorance is a choice. If you want to be ignorant as a player and act like you can't get better, that's a choice. Brett Coolidge played next to Jordan Seaton in IMG. I don't know why Jordan's scared to come down to the gym and work, but he won't.
Ooh, yeah.
And he's probably being told by the people in Boulder that I can't help them. But I'll coach fucking circles around all three of the guys they got in the room. And that includes my friend Dre. Period. Y'all three didn't play the other side of the ball. You don't know the shit like I do mentally. So I'm not even trying to go do that. There's no way I could get the job anyway because I would challenge everything that we're doing at every fucking step. And they don't want that in the room. Mm-hmm. So again, let's just be real on what we're talking about here. Until the sensitivity stops, until we're really focused on building a team instead of compiling a roster, Bailey, fucking gold. Mm-hmm. Until we're focused on people earning their checks rather than getting a check. Until we're focused on not just hiring guys so they can go get another job, because that's what they did with Marshall Faulk. Period.
And Coach
Prime used his platform to hire his friend to help his friend go get another job as a head coach somewhere else. Coach Faulk, I guarantee you there's 900 other guys that are more qualified for that job than Coach Marshall Faulk. Yeah. He's been a coach one time. And I don't care if he doesn't like it. I'll never talk to Marshall Faulk again. I don't give a shit. We're not sending any guys to Southern, most likely. There's a bunch of white boys in Colorado. Fuck, dog.
Shit. And by the way,
and if you get mad at me for saying that, obviously you don't know what Southern is.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to look, man, this entire conundrum can be fixed if they double down and focus on toughness and team building and actually evaluating players rather than just mass offering. Like, oh, this kid got offered in the transfer portal. Oh, well, we got to go get him. He's big. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? So if you won't turn over rocks and you won't dig deep in the transfer portal and evaluate every player, not just the ones at the top, then your laziness and your complacency, this is what you get. You get a bunch of guys who don't care, a bunch of mercenaries who don't give a shit. Now, they played hard as shit on Saturday.
Yeah, they were competing.
I was impressed with how hard they played. They played hard. No one looked like they quit. Still, the outcome is the outcome. And people are just looking at the 3-9, myself included. And I think we could have been 9-3 with this roster. But we have a guy who our leading rusher is 384 yards rushing, and we had 3 quarterbacks play. So all the indecisiveness tells me that we don't have a fucking plan. We're just kind of doing shit. We're not game planning for people. I know for a fact that there were multiple weeks where they didn't game plan. They practiced against themselves, against Utah and Arizona State. The entire bye week, they practiced against themselves. They didn't practice against Arizona or Utah until the following week. Okay? They don't do drill work. They don't do double team work. They don't do 9-on-7. There's a lot of shit that they just don't do that tough, good college football teams do. I know everybody's enamored with throwing the ball all over the yard. If you go look at the top teams in college football, they all have one thing in common. They can all run the ball, with the exception of Alabama. Alabama can't run the ball worth dick for some odd reason. Everybody else, you go look at the top rushing teams in college football, take away Navy, Army, and Air Force, and you've got who? Texas A&M. You've got Ole Miss. You've got Texas. You've got fucking Ohio State. You definitely have Michigan. Like it's not Indiana runs the fucking shit out of the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, Mendoza had like 20 fucking throws, bro. Like 17 for 20, 300 yards. I wonder why. Oregon hammers the fucking rock. SC hammers the fucking rock. Like, and you're telling me you wouldn't take 8-3? There's people like, oh, they should fire everybody at Michigan. Motherfucker, what? You're 2 years off a national title. You beat Ohio State 4 years in a row. They're better than you this year. Reload.
Yeah, 8-3, the true freshman kid could really play.
Look, this is what I want to see from Coach Prime. I need to see the maturity as a coach, not as a player or an ex-player, because you don't play anymore, dog. You haven't played in 40 years, 30 years, whatever it is. Okay? Everyone knows that you're the best corner ever. We know. We're talking about Coach Prime, the coach, not Prime, the player. I need to see you be able to hand off the reins to somebody that knows what they're doing, that is actually going to fucking teach how to run the football correctly. Or next, folks, this is the number one priority. This is not a fucking joke anymore. I am signaling the caution flares here. This is a problem. This is now a trend. This is 3 straight years of not giving a fuck about the run game.
That's true.
And yeah, they tried to make it better this year with 120 yards rushing a game. Great. If you can get 120 yards rushing a game, you can get 240 if you'll just commit to it.
Lean into it, yeah.
With 3 quarterbacks that you're playing, one of which you gave all this money to as a run-first guy, and you didn't build an offense around him to run him, he should have been the leading fucking rusher on the team. Make him earn every fucking penny of that $800,000, and then all of a sudden he's got 1,000 yards rushing and God knows what receiving, and we're winning games because we're actually going towards the fucking the positive attributes of our personnel. Hayden is a good player. Welch is a good player. Ron Coleman, probably not a running back. But the offensive line's big as fuck. They went out and spent all this money to get all this meat up front. And they didn't run a double team one motherfucking time all year. They didn't run duo one time. They didn't fucking double team with Xavier Hill or Jordan Seaton one fucking time. One time. I watched the Broncos last night when their backs were against the wall. They put an extra offensive lineman in the game, 2 tight ends, and said, "Hey, Washington, fuck you." And they aced the nose tackle. They deuced the 3 technique. They trade blocked the fucking 5 technique, and they ran for 13 fucking yards. And went up and won the fucking game.
I bet I can count. They do that multiple times a drive. Fuck, so you ain't done the whole season.
You're doing it with a quarterback that can't throw in Salter, but he can damn sure run. A banker. No offense, Stop. We love you, but you ain't playing quarterback there ever again. And a freshman who should have been playing the whole fucking time. So I'll reiterate here what I've been saying all year, and I said before the season. Why wasn't Juju ready? He early enrolled, and he didn't play his senior year of high school. Why didn't your staff have him ready? You want to know why? Because you were sick and they're lazy. And you know what? They're all still employed. So again, now it's been
Marshall leaving.
The only fucking guy that's gone is Marshall, and he got a head job. Congratulations, Marshall. I hope it goes well. It's 1:33 on Monday, the 1st of December. There's coaches getting hired and fired literally fucking everywhere on playoff teams and shit. The 12 seed's not going to have their coach. The 7 seed's not going to have their coach. I'm sure the playoffs are going to be awesome. Way to go, NCAA. We'll talk about that here in a fucking minute. What a joke this all is. But I thought changes were coming. Well, dude, win. And I understand that they keep things tight to the vest. My ass. They got more leaks up there than the fucking Titanic.
Ooh, yeah. I mean,
Buffed and Prime's got more information than any non-buff ever should get. No offense. I love his content. He does a great job. But what the fuck? All these kids got to go to him? The linemen need to come to me? What are we talking about? So change what you're doing. Please, fucking Christ, change. If it's the Last Supper, now look, you're going to have to forgive me, all the religious zealots in the fucking comments, okay? I'm a godless heathen atheist. I don't really know, but I have read the Bible, and I'm pretty sure that after the Last Supper, what do they do to Jesus? Yeah, they stapled his ass to a cross and fucked him up proper, didn't they? So what does that mean? What does this mean, man?
I'm just confused.
Confused, bro. I just someone in the comments try and tell me what this is supposed to mean. The Last Supper, like we're all about to get fucked up, because I'm pretty sure like they fed a bunch of the apostles to lions and shit, and stoned a bunch of the other ones and crucified everybody else. So does that mean that like something terrible is about to happen and he's going to resurrect like Jesus? I don't know.
There's implying that Prime was betrayed by his staff.
Bro. I'm so confused. I feel like I need to go to fucking religion school in order to cover this team correctly. And that shit ain't happening. Santa Claus is only acceptable in my house for 2 weeks a year. The Christmas tree ain't even up yet. So,
Jesus. Well, yeah, happy holidays.
I just don't get it. Someone tell me what's this supposed to mean. What do you mean it's the last supper? Like training table's over?
Chat is.
So look,
I didn't even give an answer here. Nobody fucking knows.
All joking aside.
Yeah.
I really, really hope that Coach Prime can look at himself and stop being Coach Prime and start being Coach Sanders.
Mm.
And Coach JB said this 2 years ago, and I was like, ha, ha. And I hate that, but he's right. I need you to stop being Coach Prime, the guy who knows everything. And I need you to be Coach Sanders, the guy who needs help. And you need help with time management. You need help with in-game situational football. You need help with people that are on your staff that are actually going to challenge your narrative, because no one there will. Everybody there just loves the fact that you're giving them a job. And I hate to say that to you, Coach, but you're surrounded by yes men. You're surrounded by them. Everybody's your buddy. No one wants to hurt your feelings. Your friend isn't going to tell you the truth, dog. Well, let me reiterate. A real friend is going to tell you the truth to the point where they'll lose their job.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Bill Belichick and Bill Parcells, the two Bills, on 30 for 30. Those two fucking guys have so much respect for each other and also hate each other so much. It's like you can feel it through the TV.
Right, yeah.
Like, I respect him so much, but I fucking hate his face. That's, honestly, I don't know how you're supposed to coach without that. Yeah. Like, if you're sitting in the meeting room and I'm looking at the paperwork and I'm going, we had, let's just pull up the Arizona State doc. Or fuck it, pull up Kansas State. Let's see what they rushed for in this game. Okay, because I'm just going to use the most recent clips. And then we can go back to Georgia Tech and go over how they ran the ball there. And I'm going to sit there and go, I understand that we're blaming this all on the players because that's what we do here. I get it. But in the meeting room that I'm sitting in right now, there's like 4 Hall of Famers and all these big dicks and all these guys getting paid lots of money. And I'm on the coaching staff too, so I'm just going to say this. Why do we only run the fucking ball 20 times? What are we trying to do? Shador don't play here anymore. Travis Hunter's not on the team anymore. Wester and Horner gone. Shepard gone. He just got picked up by Green Bay on the active roster. Congratulations. We don't utilize our tight end. We don't fucking have a fullback. Everything's fucking loosey-goosey zone. Everyone turn your shoulders to the left. Run.
Oh, I saw your breakdown this weekend on Twitter.
So Kansas State.
Did
you see the video I posted?
Holy shit, man. I saw your breakdown on Twitter.
If you'll post it, do you have the video?
Or it's somebody saying nothing. I'm just like, oh.
Do you have the video?
Yeah, give me 30 seconds. I'll pull it up.
Yeah, but look, my point is like, Kansas State, what did we do? Hold on. I am at home, idiot. What are you talking about, dog? I would say all of this if I was on the fucking coaching staff. I'm saying it now.
Be on staff.
I'm not putting my fucking name. I'm not some fucking anonymous account. You don't think they're gonna hear this? They watch everything we do. So one of the rats up there is gonna be like, "Ooh, cheese," and they're gonna fucking find this cheese and take it to Coach Prime and be like, "Oh, look, Matt McChesney's the enemy," when really I'm your biggest asset, and your fucking coward ass goddamn cronies that can't fucking handle me or whatever are scared shitless of real football. They're going to feed you the cheese. You're going to eat it, just like the stupid fucks in the comment. It's okay, prime sexuals. You sound real smart. So what I'm trying to say is,
cheese.
Yeah, the fucking little bit of cheese. We got a little bit of cheese here today on this fucking mousetrap, right? Ding, ding, bah! You're fucking Lord dead, cheese.
Christ.
So what I'm trying to say, in no uncertain terms here, is until there's somebody in the room that's actually going to say, why don't we do certain things that lead to winning? We're going to lose. We don't have Superman Shador and Heisman Trophy winning Travis Hunter anymore. We told Hill Green he wasn't worth the money. He's going to go first day at Alabama. We told Hood his brother couldn't be on scholarship. He gone. We paid the wrong corner. McKinley he's undrafted. We didn't replace the defensive line. Sammy Sachs got hurt, and apparently our entire line went to shit. Arden Walker can only do so much. Arden, I feel for you, and I love you. Otis and Branch and the other Otis and Branch, and the other one? What's the other big defensive lineman? McKinley?
Branch, and I don't know if it's McKinley. There's another
McNeil, 88.
Yeah, Lee McNeil, or Mari McNeil. It's Aleem's his older.
The door is right over there. Thanks for your time. Davis Swain, time to get to work, homeboy, and be a fucking badass 3 technique and CU history. McPherson and Merritt, time to take the fuck over and start as sophomores and never leave the field, ever. Ever. Period. Bro, shit's got to change. Or what do you expect these kids to do? Sit around and suck? Or are they trying to go to the league? Because these are players that Coach Prime has already said are NFL caliber players. That's why he brought them in. Well, they're not getting NFL caliber development. They're getting NFL caliber hype.
Yeah, that's real.
So unless you're going to double down on fucking development and stop being so sensitive about development and stop being sensitive about fucking chess or checkers and stop being fucking sensitive and aggravated about people who are fucking experts and their opinions that are right, start embracing it instead of fucking acting like it's a problem. It's not a problem. The problem is you don't think it's a problem. And I grew up with a drunk, okay? I love my pops to death, but he loved the bottle, all right? And until he decided to say, I have a problem, there was a problem for everyone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, again, all this is like, it's like trying to deal with somebody who doesn't think there's an issue, or it's all about the players. It may be, look, they may have been bad players, yes, but they also received awful coaching, no development, no game plans, lazy, entitled, I'm glad I have a job shit. You put Andre Gerard in the box.
Yeah,
could you castrate him anymore? I love you, Dre. I know you're mad at me. I'm sorry. We'll get over it, bro. When we see each other, we can wrestle on Franklin Field like a couple of bears and then fucking get up and hug it out. And you can kick me in the nuts and I'll kick you in the nuts and we'll move on with our fucking lives. Okay? I think they castrated you by putting you in the box. You got 3 offensive line coaches and he's not the fucking first voice. No wonder. Gunner's a yes man. Gunner's a fucking yes man. And Hangman, what do you do here? Other than your Coach Prime's friend.
Well, Gunner is your run game coordinator on paper. Shoot.
Well, think about this. Coach Sapp, Coach Pecco, and the other defensive line guy. The other D-line guy is the only one I ever see out there with hand pads getting work in with the guys. What is Sapp and Pecco? What do you do here? Do you recruit? Are we actually going to go recruit now? Are we recruiting actively now? Do we have coaches at all the Colorado high schools? Because I know Jim Moore is already on the trail. He's already dropping commits.
We haven't even talked about that. Jim Moore CSU. You gotta do that because CSU now. Like
I got this Jim Moore Jr.'s on his fucking team's already fucking getting a hold of the guy who wants to meet at the gym.
Really? Oh shit.
Oh shit. No shit. Well, fuck. I mean, Eric Pierce and Morgan Pierce kids work out there at 6-0. Mm-hmm. And Eric played for 15 fucking years in the league and is one of CSU's greatest players. And Morgan's his brother who played right next to him at CSU. Their kids are in the fucking gym. So, yeah, it wasn't real hard to connect. On top of the fact that, like, anyone that comes here knows where to go. It's like I put a post up today on Twitter. Especially if you're an O-lineman, a D-lineman, or a pass rusher. This is from college coaches. If you're not in the gym and you live in Colorado, that is a massive red flag. That doesn't mean you won't get to where you want to go, but my goal is for my guys to stay there and contribute, not just get there. Thanks. You know, watching the fucking games all weekend. Texas A&M, man, you can't beat Texas. That sucks.
That's tough game.
Sucks.
Yeah.
But, hey, Texas is at home. Texas A&M's in the playoff. We'll see what happens. The SMU Cal game, I know no one gave a shit about that, but I got to watch Bates and AK fucking kill each other the whole game.
Yeah.
And Braden Miller out there bodying people up. God, those 3 would look good. Those 4 would look good in black and gold is all I'm saying.
That Cal quarterback can play too, boy.
Oh. Freshman, lefty, balling.
Yeah.
Freshman played all year, set records.
Yeah, so was there real starter?
We're guarding our freshman. We're guarding our 5-star and letting him redshirt. So what? We developed him for the next guy?
Oh.
Are you talking to TC, Lewis, and Juju about the hire for the offensive coordinator? If you're not, you want to lose them. It's bigger than just hiring a coach now. You better go talk to the fucking quarterback and his pops about what they expect and ask them this question. TC and Juju, do you think that we ran the ball enough? Do you think we were physical running the ball enough? And would you like to have more support in the run game and be a more pro-style run game, which our personnel allows? We have good backs. We have big people. We have good offensive linemen. For the first time ever, the offensive line wasn't the biggest problem. So, but the scheme sucked. It sucked. It was terrible. What do you think they're going to say? No? We just want to fucking throw the ball 60 times a game and run for our lives and get our hair pulled out. I can't wait to go back to West Virginia and get scalped. Oh, fuck!
Yeah, I mean, this is real shit, though.
So, again, everybody wants to get fucking fired up. We're
crazy.
We're a dumpster fire. Shit's bad. Prime sexuals. Take one hand, coat it with fucking sandpaper, and stick it up your ass. I don't give a fuck what y'all say anymore. You ain't really CU fans. You're a fucking fan of a person. You might as well be a boy band fan, homie.
Yeah.
I want the entirety of this to be good. So, we have a lot more to talk about, obviously, but that's just Bailey asked me about the season, and 40 fucking 2 minutes later, I'll shut the fuck up.
It's all good, Matt. We're going to go rapid fire here. Second half of the show. We got a lot to get to. NFL, Monday Night Football, betting, etc. But, Matt, let's go into college here. We're just going to go through a couple coaching moves here. We'll discuss some today, and we'll discuss some tomorrow. But Auburn hires South Florida head coach Alex Golesh as their next head coach. I think a really, really good hire for the University of Auburn. Golesh has, been at South Florida the last 3 years, has had a lot of success there. And this season was probably, the most success they've had. But, he's really turned around that program. And I think he's going to have a lot of success at Auburn. The reception from Golesh going to Auburn has actually been pretty positive from both sides from what I've seen, both South Florida side. Uplifting him, former players and coaches, people in administration at South Florida, sending their best wishes to Golesh as he goes to Auburn. Matt, what are your thoughts on this hire real quick before we go to the next coaching hire?
I'm going to say this right now. I love Alex. I think he's a great coach. I've known him forever. I think he did a really good job of South Florida. I hate that this is happening right now.
Calendar's all fucked up, man.
I'm just going to say this right now because it's redundant. The NCAA in college football, you are so fucking stupid for allowing all of this to happen, for allowing this guy to leave. James Madison's going to make the playoffs, but their coach is going to be in L.A.
Chesney.
Tulane's might make the playoffs, but their coach is going to be in fucking Gainesville. Ole Miss is going to be in the playoffs, but their coach is going to be in Baton Rouge. And it's not because of the coaches. They have to do this right now.
They have no choice.
Alex has to jump to fucking Auburn. The first thing he said, and when they fucking said, what are you planning to do here? He said, run the ball. So I'm not fucking crazy. I'm not crazy, but that's the first fucking thing he said. Lane Kiffin had to jump to LSU. Anybody mad at Lane? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
the kids are getting paid. This is professional football. The NCAA allows this shit to happen. They don't have any structure. There's no calendar. Here, you want to know how you fix this? This is going to be a fucking brain buster, bro.
Oh, I can't wait.
I even got it from my man, Joel Klatt.
I saw it.
I didn't even think about it. I was like, oh, my God, that's such a good idea. I'm being sarcastic, obviously. You want to know how you fix this? When the season ends, the transfer portal opens, and then you can hire and fire and do everything you need to do. You can fire whenever you want. You can't hire anybody until the season's over. You can't hire anybody. You can't tamper with anyone. You can't fucking call people's agents. My fucking phone won't stop ringing with, hey, tell me about this kid. Tell me about this kid. Tell me about that kid. And I'm like, well, we're just tampering like a motherfucker, huh? Wild West. Woo!
That's right.
So, like, if everyone wants to get mad at the people for taking better opportunity, because LSU is a better opportunity than the Ole Miss Confederates. Don't tell me anything. Shut the fuck up.
I know you. That's
the Ole Miss Confederates, okay? This is what happened. Your football team is shitty. Your program is shitty. You had 6 good years under Kiffin. What'd you do before that? Nothing. You didn't do shit. You had Eli Manning and Patrick Willis, and that's about it. Okay? Your fucking program, you rally around the fact that the program is your fucking mascot is a Confederate soldier. Your main problem is not Lane Kiffin. It's not, bro. Fuck. So I'm not mad at Lane for taking this job. I'd be mad at him if he did. Oh my
God.
If Lane Kiffin would have been like, I'm gonna stay at Ole Miss and get through the playoff run and then we'll see. I'd be like, what are you dumb? They're giving you $80 million and you can go to LSU and recruit whoever the fuck you want. You don't have to convince them that no, that's not a Confederate soldier.
The people mad at Lane Kiffin should just be mad at the NCAA, like you mentioned.
Exactly. It's the calendar, guys. It has nothing to do. You can't be mad at the kids for leaving. It's the calendar. Mm-hmm. You can't be, and like at least now the calendar's in January, but that's still in the middle of the playoffs.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's so fucking stupid. So look, I'm glad these guys got their jobs. That's great. Let's see if it works out. There's coaches getting hired and fired everywhere. Coastal Carolina just fired their coach. Fucking Jim Mora goes to CSU. Everybody wonders why he left UConn.
Kentucky.
Have you ever been to Connecticut?
I've
been to Connecticut. I've been to Bridgeport.
I've never been up there. No.
It's again, I'm going to use the same adage. What can I say about Connecticut that I haven't said about fucking Afghanistan? That place sucks. Other than the pizza, it is awful. There's like a couple of pockets of fucking like entitlement that it's nice and shit, but like most of the time, it's real
fired today.
So, yeah, I understand why Jim Mora wanted to come to fucking Fort Collins because they're going to the Pac-12. He's a West Coast guy. He can probably recruit his dick off. And if I'm CU, I'm like, wow, I got some competition in state because I doubt he's going to neglect the fuck out of it. We'll just do this at CSU. Okay, in the last 8 years. They've had multiple coaches there, okay? And every one of them, with the exception of Mike Bobo, okay, told me that, well, we're not going to really go after Trey Zune. We can't recruit him. We're not going to go after Gage Ginther. We can't recruit him. We're not going to go after Zane D'Souza. We can't recruit him. What? Sonny Lubbock's up there at his steakhouse just beating the fuck out of a piece of meat. Just motherfucker! Angry. There's no way he let those kids fucking leave the goddamn Fort Collins area code. Come on. At least try and keep them in state. Fuck. I tickle their ear, spit in their ear, fucking tickle their nuts. I don't give a fuck. Just keep them home. Oh, and now guess what? You can pay people. So I'm going to go all the way back to CU. I actually heard Coach Prime cry poverty. Do you have that clip?
What do you mean try poverty?
He cried poverty in the athletic department.
Oh, so yeah. So let me give context. So
we don't have enough fucking money. Okay. I'm going to go over something with everybody. The big guy did some research, okay?
And then we'll show the clip after.
And if I can find this goddamn screenshot. Okay. Deion Sanders has a wide range of endorsements, including long-standing partnerships with Nike and Boost Mobile, as well as recent deals with brands like Depends and Subway and Gillette. Let's see what else. He just re-signed a partnership with Nike in 2003 and we worked with other brands like Under Armour and Blenders Eyewear. He has a significant deal with Boost Mobile that includes limited edition Motorola phone, a Prime phone. That's fucking sick, right? He also has endorsed publics like Sega. That's how Coach Prime is. Fucking Sega Genesis. Health and Insurance recently partnered with the company Depends, as well as Aflac, the Duck. We see him with Coach Saban every weekend, right? Yeah, awesome. Food and beverages. He's worked with companies like Pepsi, Pizza Hut, Subway, Burger King, automotive groups like GMC. So pretty much Coach Prime could just pick up the phone and get an endorsement within a commercial with anybody, right? And everybody's got $20.5 million, right? He can get Charlie Offerdahl on Almonds commercial, right?
Yeah, he can.
But we're going to fucking cry poverty like we can't get these kids paid out the ass. Travis and Shedeur were the number 1 and 2 earners in the portal in college football when they were seniors and a junior. How is it now that we don't have any money? Use your connections. That's why we hired you. Because you have connections to everyone and you can help facilitate this part of it. I thought people wanted to line up to come to school here. I've watched 5 high school kids with 4 stars decommit.
I mean, Matt.
Do you think transfer portal people are going to line up when they hear us say we're broke?
I mean, 15 out of the 15 kids they signed 2025 class 4 left already.
Yeah, well, that's not surprising either.
Just saying.
If you're
going, sorry, go.
I'm not going to do the poverty thing. No, not when you're Coach Prime and you have all these connections, bro. Use your connections. You got Charlie offered all a fucking almonds commercial. Why can't you get everybody on your team a commercial and some extra coin in their pocket? Why?
Well, let's take a listen to what Coach Prime had to say about the transfer portal, saying the number one reason people leave is money. Let's stop sugarcoating this foolishness.
And hold on, look at this. Yes, I understand CU didn't pay Travis and Shedeur, but they also did. The collective paid them, and also the money they got them from the collective, they put back into the team. That's true.
Yeah, Travis.
Who do you think facilitated these deals for them to make them the 1 and 2 NIL earners? And the Nike deals and the Gatorade deals and the fucking Celsius deals and all this other shit. You actually think Coach Prime didn't say, yeah, you should absolutely put your name behind them? Do you don't think they asked him? Are you fucking stupid? If he wants to help you, he will. If he wants to do the work, he will. If he wants to leave the castle and go recruit, he will. If he doesn't, he won't. That's a fact. That's not my opinion. He hasn't left the fucking castle one time in 3 years to recruit a player. Not once. Do you understand the power Coach Prime would have if he walked into the fucking number 1 player in the country's high school and said, what do we have to do to get you? Instead of, hey, come see the king and kiss the ring. Well, the ring doesn't shine the same when you're 3 and 9.
No, it does
and
not.
Then when you're also crying poverty, listen.
Coach Prime on the transfer portal, take a listen.
Leaves a program that selected him, picked him, or got him at the portal. He leaves for a multitude of reasons. The number 1 reason people leave is money. It's not a disdain for staff or disdain for players. It's money. Let's just be honest, man. Let's stop sugarcoating this foolishness, man. That's why most people leave. I admire these guys that want to go for another opportunity, a bigger opportunity, and play for a national championship, but I applaud that. But that's not the number 1 reason people leave programs.
You want to know the number 1 reason why people leave our program is because we won't match it.
Oh.
And I said this, and people got super pissed. Remember when I said we should overpay really good Colorado high school players to stay home?
Yeah.
If Brett Coolidge is getting whatever he's getting at SC, which is a lot, we should up it and keep him home.
Keep him in the state where he's
fucking
from.
Yeah. You should outbid Oklahoma to keep Deacon home. You should outbid fucking SMU to get Josh Bates here, Remington Award finalist at center. What the fuck? That's what I'm saying. Why are we of all people going cheap? What the fuck are we talking about? We're letting people leave because they're getting more money somewhere else. So we're letting our good players get purged because we're broke. How about we cut down on all the excess fucking stupid bullshit that we spend money on then and focus it on to the players' pockets? I mean, I just put this up here. Where's the Charlie Offerdahl thing? And I love Charlie O. I think he's awesome. He was a great kid at Dakota Ridge. His brother's a hell of a player. Yeah, that's great. But again, it's the premise. If Charlie Offerdahl's got a fucking national running almonds commercial, it's somewhere up there.
Yeah.
And then you won't do the same. You won't break off money to Hood, and you won't pay Hill Green, and you won't pay other guys that left. Why would the guys that are there right now think that you're going to do any different for them? Omarion Miller is going to demand big money. He's a first-round receiver. Jordan Seaton's a bad motherfucker. He just needs to be pushed and developed, not catered to and fucking like following around like, oh, Jordan, are you okay? No, he needs a coach that's going to ride his ass and turn him into a fucking pro.
And you think an offensive line coach isn't watching Jordan like, hey, let me go get this cat.
Well,
let me go and develop him.
You remember last year when he was at Miami working out and everyone told me I was overreacting?
I guarantee Millball looking at him.
2 tackles into the fucking first round. Both their guys are going first round. You don't think Mario and Alex Marabella are fucking making that phone call? Come on, dog.
Come on.
I know Mario and Alex personally. All they want is fucking killers. They want ballers. You think they're going to fucking like pat Seaton on the back for coming here? No. They're going to fucking get on his ass and turn him into the first pick in the draft, the way we should be doing. You don't honor good players by going easy on them. That's not the fucking way this works. You honor good fucking players by riding their ass and making them wake up early and push sleds and busting their fucking chops about film and staying on their ass about what they do and how they do it. When they slip, you help them get up. You don't fucking melt the ice.
Bingo.
You can't bulldoze this shit. You can only fucking work. And if I'm a player up there, I'm questioning the development. You can't tell me you can't. Give me a fucking break. Does it look like Jordan Sean's getting better to you? Does it like Omari Miller's a stud? Is he? I like the wide receiver coach. He's done a really good job.
Yeah,
it seems like he has more control over that room. Why? What can we learn from Bartholomew? That's the wide receiver coach, right?
No, he's a tight end coach. I think you're talking about Coach Phillips, the wide receiver.
Coach Phillips. What can we learn about Coach Phillips and the wide receivers that the rest of the team hasn't figured out?
Yeah.
Or are those guys in that room just so fucking good it doesn't matter? Because wide receiver is one of those positions where you're like a freak, and sometimes it doesn't matter until you get to the league. And you got
a little diva, yeah, I get it.
But the trench isn't like that, bro.
Not like that at all.
I mean, there's so many players that are fucking top-notch high school players, top-notch JUCO guys, and they get to the big boy level and they start getting fucking bodied, and they don't know how to deal with it because their ego is in front of their development. No one will just say, I need help. At least Xavier's man enough to say, I can't wait to come down there and get some work. And what happens to him? He gets fucking pinned in the corner and told not to come down. His parents are calling me and shit like, hey, we're just going to back off for a couple of weeks. We'll see you after the season. Xavier's done there, bro. If they want to badmouth him for fucking trying to get extra help, where do you think he's going to combine train, dummies?
Yeah. Real talk. That's real talk.
So, man, there's some fucking real problems up there. And I'm going to say this again. When your ego gets in front of your ability to develop as a coach, as a player, bro, we got problems.
Major problems. Matt, we'll channel the rest of the CU talk for tomorrow. We got a lot more to discuss, but let's go to the NFL. Let's talk about your Jets. But an unbelievable victory, Matt. Game-winning field goal.
Jets!
Yeah, Jets. Tyrod Taylor led your Jets to a victory here. Nick Folk, Aaron Glenn's former teammate, actually. I believe that was your kicker. Matt's got the ball.
Lucy. All right? This is Lucy, and she's the shit. And she's the guard dog of this house, and she will fuck you up. And she loves it, and she hates everybody but me.
Hates everybody but you? Perfect.
Everybody but me. You got to get out of here? All right, get your ass out of here.
Matt, what were your takeaways from your Jets victory against the Falcons yesterday?
Fucking 3-9, bitch. We're coming.
Look,
it's good to see them win. They haven't quit on their coach. Aaron Glenn he's helping me. He's helping me turn this around a little bit mentally. But then I'll be sitting there on the sofa. I'm sitting next to Bree, and I'm like, yeah, we won. And she just looks at me. She's like, it doesn't matter. And then I have to remember that it doesn't matter because they're the fucking Jets. So, yeah, bro, I hope we find a good quarterback in the draft, but I don't know who that's going to be. I don't know, man. We'll probably finish like 4-13 or something. So that's cool.
4-13. Are you
like 3-9? The Jets are 3-9. The fucking Dolphins suck, but the Broncos are pretty good.
Yeah. Let's talk about your Denver Broncos here. That game last night was a fucking – I don't know. I got to be honest. I mean, it's the 2-point conversion play at the end, they had the cat wide open, but Benito, they just said – did they intentionally –
Yeah, I like it. Check – Bree, shout out to Lucy the Buff.
That's funny. Benito just said, fuck it, I'm winning this game. They didn't even choose to block him, I guess. But that was a good game last night, Matt. What are your takeaways from the Broncos win? Getting it done.
Very impressed with the Redskins and their effort. They fucking played their balls off. Marcus Mariota looked like he could play for the Jets. Just saying.
Yeah. Damn, Matt, what's that about? The cat's got this. She says murder.
No, somebody asked if she's declawed. No, she's not declawed. She will fuck you up.
Shit.
But she doesn't do it to me. She just curls up next to me and meows and sleeps because I'm warm.
Oh boy. Yeah, the murder. Yeah, that's dangerous.
Look, I think that the Broncos are a really, really fragile 10-2. But I'm telling you, bro. Oh, yes, nice. Banned.
Oh, you don't fucking mean that. Stop.
No, you don't mean it. Shut up. You're just dead. The minute you call the R word here, you get banned. Fuck this guy.
Stop.
You
give me a timeout.
The Broncos are. Excuse me. I don't want to fucking offend rodeo clowns. So the donkeys, because I don't want to offend all the rodeo clowns in the fucking comments.
Rodeo clowns.
I think that they're very fragile 10-2, but when they need to win, this team's just got something about them that they can just put their foot to the fucking gas and go. They did it in the second quarter. They did it in the fourth quarter. They did it in overtime. The defense didn't play great, but they played good enough when they needed to. I would think that Sean Payton is pretty excited about getting out of there with a 1-point win because I don't think the team played very well and they still won. So they've done that 4 or 5 times this year, maybe more. Do I think it's going to bite them in the ass? Yeah, I do. Do I think there's a real possibility that the Patriots or the Broncos are the 1 seed? And then right now, if you're looking at the AFC playoff picture, if the Broncos are the 2 seed, they got to fucking host Buffalo. That scares the shit out of me, bro. Like, that doesn't give me any fucking, like, I can't.
Anybody
like who's like, oh, hey, that doesn't scare me. You're looking at it through orange and blue glasses. I'm not saying they can win here, but I am saying that that's a really fucking tough game. Tough. Now, I would say the Chargers wouldn't be tough, but Sean Payton and the Broncos can't beat the fucking Chargers. They suck against them. I would say the Jags aren't that tough, but we know the history of Jacksonville in Denver. That's something you just can't ignore. And Jacksonville plays in Denver in 3 weeks, so we'll be able to see a little preview of that.
I think Benito going to take he's going to really fuck up Sunshine. I don't believe in the Jags. But, yeah, there's history there.
They are number 1. They are first in the fucking division. And the I don't know where the culture's sitting right now, but maybe they're somewhere in that mix. So, look, the AFC playoff picture is going to be crazy. Yeah, you want to get home field. Yeah, you want to get a bye. But I think it's more about the matchup, bro, in the playoffs. So, I wouldn't be surprised if they finish 14-3, 13-4. They have Green Bay and Jacksonville coming up. They got to go to Kansas City, and they got Chargers at the end of the year. And the Raiders are squeezed in there. So they'll beat the Raiders next week, be 11-2, and then they've got Green Bay, Jacksonville at Kansas City, and the Chargers at home. So that's 4 playoff teams in a row and defending AFC champions. So whose back is against the wall anyway. So we're going to find out a lot about the Broncos moving forward. If Bo plays well, they're going to win. If he fucks up too much, they're going to lose. So that's another team where I'm saying to Sean Payton, I watched you line up and fucking tackle heavy 13 personnel and fucking mash the shit out of a really good run defense. You need to do that more. All this tricky zone fucking bootleg no fullback on the field. I'm over it. Like all the cute running bullshit that you want to do at 11 personnel, Sean, fuck your 11 personnel. I need that heavy formation, and I don't care if people know what we're doing. I don't give a fuck if the goddamn Denver fucking broadcasters out here freak out about it. We're not throwing the ball enough. Shut the fuck up. Who cares? Just hammer the fucking rock and take the pressure off of 10 and throw play action. That I guarantee you it'll work. And it'll take all the fucking strain off of Bo, and we won't have to Bo leave anymore. He can just fucking hand the ball off. I know they can do that shit. They got a great offensive line.
They have no choice either. With Dobbins out, they got to really lean into the run game. I get they got the rookie kid, but I don't know. I saw what you're talking about. They didn't seem to really lean into it, man. I thought they would have more success last night had they leaned into the run game more and actually I would have taken the pressure off of Bo Nix more.
Just when you're every coach, anybody doing a game plan, when your back is against the wall, when their back was against the wall in the second quarter and they needed a touchdown to go up, their 2-minute drill was flawless. Mm-hmm. When their back was against the wall at the end of the game and they decided to line up and fuck you offense and say fuck you to the Redskins and run the ball vertically, that's who you really are. When your back's against the wall, how you operate is who you really are. That's why I'm so hard on CU. Because when our back gets against the wall, we give the ball to Ronald Coleman and fucking just go completely insane and don't do all the things that put us in position to win in the first place.
Brandon Hill there, Matt. Just throw that out there.
Just saying. So you have that protection thing. I want everybody to just watch this real quick before we move forward.
Let's. I don't know if we can show the whole thing, but I was hoping we could show the end zone view, Matt. Here, do you want to just
show the whole thing?
Well, 4 minutes. Right? 4 minutes. Two things. Yeah. Hold on. Let me. We can. You want to break down the end zone view here of this? Because if we show, we're going to get flagged.
And you play the audio
here
of me talking.
Look at the 3 technique. Is there anybody over here? Anybody over here? Nope, just Xavier and him. So this is 3 technique to the field. This is an over front. They motion. All Kansas State does is rotate. And we go 3-man lead. The center of the guard and the tackle are sliding right to no one. No one.
Ray, that was my bad. It's a Ray call.
We don't adjust this. This should be a 4-man Louis call with max protection. And we should be chopping this up to Omarion down the field.
Caden should be in a pass route. Atkins should be trip releasing.
He's protecting it. Shit, man. So right now, we have a 3 technique. Bam. This is just...
Oh, Lord. Okay, so, Matt, where is... I mean, this is pretty...
And you know what? The worst part about it is they could actually protect it the way that they block it.
Yeah, that's true, but I don't know what's the tackle do.
But there's this adage that if I can put a big guy on a blitzer, if I can put a big guy on a down lineman, that's what I'm going to do.
Sure.
Why is the left tackle and the tight end blocking one guy?
Yeah.
And then we've got 3 offensive linemen blocking one guy, and the fucking running back has to come meet the linebacker, and the other linebacker's rolling over the top, running the same gap. This is schemed because they know we go away from regular pass protection rules. They did this against fucking Utah, too. They had a clip at Utah that, if I can find it on my phone, I'll just post it, where they were in a 5-0, and they sift the 3 offensive linemen on the right, and they fucking step down, and the guy runs off the corner and murders Salter. And he's stacked. And the backside defensive end drops, and we don't rotate back. This is a lack of reps. It's a lack of film. And it's bad coaching. Period. I mean, this should not fucking happen.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah, just go back to the beginning of it, and I'll just tell everybody what to do immediately. Just go back to the top of the back view. Right now, walk up. Okay. Williams just rotated over. It went from 2x2 to 3x1. When they went 3x1, all they did was rotate the safeties. One dropped back and the other one dropped down. Mm-hmm. So we know that the 3x side is not stacked. So all those receivers over there, that safety stepping down is covering him. They're not moving the nickel. The nickel is just fucking standing there because he's got Hayden or Atkins.
Yeah.
Okay? The other 2 linebackers are standing inside the nickel. You got 5, 2-eye, 3 techniques, stand up 9. Okay? This immediately should be a fucking Louis call. The back should be in the backside B gap right here on Xavier's ass, picking up anything that comes in that gap. And if it doesn't come, he can check release into the flat. By the way, if he check releases into the flat, it's probably like a 50 fucking yard gain. If he makes one linebacker miss in space, which I've seen him do multiple times, Atkins should be chipping the fuck out of this 9 technique to help out the tackle and then releasing it into the flat himself, giving them 2 check down opportunities. All you have to do is slide left, even if the fucking 2-eye does end up in the B gap because they're rotating this guy, pinching the 3 technique and running the 9 technique up the field. What is this called? This is called peg. All right. If the 9 technique also commits and they run the linebackers over the top, it's called pirate. Why do you think we call it fucking peg? Because it's only the 3 technique going. You fucking geniuses. So right now, there should be a 4-man slide left. The squeeze gap's the backside B gap. Xavier's the only one-on-one. He's got inside help because Hayden is working inside out on that linebacker. Atkins is going to chip the 9 technique. They're both going to fucking release. The ball should be fucking gone. And we should be picking this shit up and chopping Kansas State up. But no, we're sliding right to fucking nobody. There's no one out here. So again, explain to me why this is fucking happening. And it keeps happening. Why do we keep fucking easy pass protections up? You want to know why? Because Dre's in the box, Gunner doesn't know what he's doing, and Hang is an empty suit. That's why.
I thought that was a really good breakdown. You guys can listen to the full version on Twitter, but I mean, these are structural. I mean, this is schematic structural issues, Matt. Where I'm like,
the fact that the center, this is my thing. The fact that the center, who's a vet, and the quarterback don't walk up and go, "Hey, easy. Fuck what Pat said. This is the last game of the season. Louis, this motherfucker. Squeeze gaps right here. Hey, Hayden, check release. Atkins, chip release. Y90, that fucking ball." The fact that that's not happening either means there's no player empowerment on the entire fucking team. Everybody's just scared.
And
I'll tell you one thing right now, homeboy, scared money don't fucking make money.
It's true. And that's the type of thing, Matt, where that type of communication, or it's more where you've been there with the guys for a lot longer than 8 months to a year, where you've been there for a year or 2 or 3 years, and you're like, no, like
Bailey, I respect that. I respect that it's hard. But all bullshit aside on timing, give me 3 fucking days. Yeah, you give me 3 days.
I agree with
3 days.
Yeah, it's also, I mean,
3 fucking days. You give me morning meeting, afternoon meeting. You give me morning meeting, practice, afternoon meeting, morning meeting, practice, afternoon meeting, morning meeting, practice, afternoon meeting, and we will have every fucking run installed. We'll have trap installed. We'll have counter installed. We'll have power. We'll have fuck you power. We'll have every pass protection installed, 60 and 70. We'll be fucking running goddamn screens like they're supposed to be ran based off pass protection looks. It is not this fucking hard, dog. It's
I'm not saying it's hard at all. But I'm not saying it's hard. I'm saying like
I'm a fucking meathead defensive lineman, guys. It took me 3 weeks to learn this in the NFL from a good coach. Bill Callahan sat me down and said, fuck the playbook, do what I'm telling you to do right now. And it worked. And it's the same thing I teach everyone.
I don't disagree with you. I think it could easily be installed. I was more talking about like in that moment where you have that camaraderie, it's a lot easier to snap to something real quick last second before that ball is snapped versus guys who have only been around for
like, if we can get the play in, we don't usually have a bunch of like, the only time we ever really have delay of game penalties is coming out of timeouts, which is also concerning. But when you have when they call the play in and you have 15 seconds to evaluate, that 15 seconds is now the player's time.
Yeah.
If we're standing there with 15 seconds to go, and my quarterback, I bet you let me ask the chat. If I were to ask Salter, Staub, and Juju who's responsible for their protection, what do you think they would say? Don't say anything. What do you think they would say? I'll wait.
Let's hear it, chat.
If you were to ask Juju, Staub, and Salter who's responsible for their protection, what would they say? The center, exactly. The offensive line, right?
Pat,
Livingston, right?
What? Yeah.
Coach. Like all things serious. Who's responsible for their protection? Play caller. You want to know who's responsible for the quarterback's protection? The motherfucking quarterback. If the quarterback doesn't know the fronts and the protections, and he doesn't have the balls to walk up and grab Jordan Seaton by his ass and say, "This is what we're fucking doing. Shut the fuck up," he ain't the quarterback. Period. The fucking quarterback is responsible for the goddamn protection. Period. He should be the first one in the protection meetings. He should be the first one taught. It's like I'm sitting on Twitter today and I'm reading like, I have people reaching out to me like, I heard you don't really work with skill players. Also bullshit, especially quarterback. Am I going to teach a quarterback how to throw? No, I'm not. But you know what? All the quarterback coaches, what don't you teach? Any protection. You just go out to a field and throw a ball around. He already knows how to do that. He's a fucking quarterback. So, again, why aren't you on the whiteboard watching film and then dissecting fronts and fucking stacks and different protections and 60 and 70 protection and all this shit? You want to know why? Because you don't even fucking know. Because you, as a quarterback, probably think my fat ass is responsible for your protection. But your dumb ass doesn't know the fronts and doesn't know what a squeeze gap is. And you're just playing quarterback. You're not playing fucking chess. You're not a field general. You're a fucking quarterback. There's two different kinds of guys. I want a field general that knows what the fuck we're doing and will change it at the drop of a hat and then yell at the offensive coordinator for making a bad call. And you know what? When you're making $800,000 more than the goddamn offensive coordinator, you have that right.
Mm-hmm.
But again, when your ego gets in front of the development because you're too fucking dumb to help yourself, or you're going to get yelled at for it.
Right.
I don't know what to say anymore. So I'll take the Pepsi challenge with any coach up there, anyone, any player, any fucking buddy on social media. You want to sit down on the whiteboard with me and talk ball? You want to fucking talk about protection? You want to sit down in the trench and talk about developing both sides? Because that's the thing. I can develop the pass rushers and the defensive linemen to be absolute predators and killers and know how to attack offensive linemen because I did both. And then I can tell the offensive linemen how to beat the fuck out of the defensive linemen every chance they get. Hand placement, how they're tilted, how they're aligned, who's fucking coming, who's not. It's called experience. And when I was not a great player, I got to play both ways. It was for a reason.
100%, Matt. 100%. Folks, if you guys are watching, pound that like button, subscribe, and become a member. We hit 18,000 subscribers over the Thanksgiving week, and we cannot thank you enough for the support here at 0 to 60, the premier show for Colorado Buffaloes football coverage. Matt, before we get out of here, the show is brought to you by FanDuel, and we got Monday Night Football tonight here to discuss. The Patriots are 7.5-point favorites in Foxborough against Jackson Dart and the Giants. Total is 46.5 points. I lean Patriots spread all day here. I think they're going to blow out the Giants at home, but it's a divisional game. Could be closer. Matt, what are your expectations and betting thoughts here for tonight?
I am such a big Giants fan tonight. I don't know if I could like. I'm going to go
really?
Here. Fuck the Patriots, dog.
You have a personal
ass fucking Patriots, okay? Yeah. They were down for 4 years, and Buffalo and all these fucking teams couldn't take advantage of it, of course. And now they're fucking good again. They're the number one seed, and Vrabel's there with his fucking mustache. And I love Vrabel, and I think fucking Drake May's a dude, and they got great defense and fucking New England. God damn it. And it's just the fuck them. They're cheaters. They fucking rig everything, but again, they're better than everybody too, which really pisses me off. I am such a huge Giants fan right now, even more so than the Super Bowls. Let's go Giants. Fuck the Patriots, but they're probably going to get beat by 4 touchdowns. Is Dart playing?
I believe Jackson Dart's playing tonight.
Maybe they can pull a rabbit out of a hat.
I confirm.
They can rush the passer, I'll tell you that. So, and Will Campbell's out. So maybe, is it in New York or in New England?
Foxborough.
Oh, fuck. Okay, but the New England's gonna win, dog.
Yeah, Jackson Dart's playing tonight. Give me the Patriots 7.5. I think they absolutely blow out the Giants. To be honest with you, Giants could give them a game, but the Patriots are rolling, well coached, and if they simply take care of business, especially running the football. Drake May is leading the league in passing yards. Give me the Patriots. I'm rolling with them. Matt, let me ask you. The chat's asking, would you go coach in Fort Collins for Jim Mora Jr.?
No.
Figured that was the answer. Chat was asking, so I just had to.
I mean, I'll go talk to him, but it's going to take again, let me reiterate, we have to change everything about the school. I can't. You want me to run out behind that fucking sheep? I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't do it, dog. I'll send as many players there as humanly possible, and I want them to be good, but I am not. No, fuck that. I'd rather I'd rather live in a van down by the fucking river and eat government cheese, I think. But hey, if they want to make a phone call, it also depends on the Lane Kiffin. If they throw a bunch of money at me, then maybe fuck.
LSU, fuck, man. Baton Rouge.
In the age of mercenaries, I'm not going to say I won't be one, but it would take a lot.
Totally. Well, tomorrow we're going to dive into the hiring of Jim Mora at CSU and how that might impact Colorado here. That's a pretty big storyline. That's a pretty big get out of the blue. I don't think anybody saw that coming, him going from UConn to CSU. But like Matt mentioned, he's recruited the West Coast, Pac-12 guy.
$5 million budget for their staff. Fuck, hey, make a phone call. Shit.
Yeah, go get Mitch.
Not only do I come, but I got a bunch of dudes that'll come play with me. That's the other thing. I can just pick up the phone and go, yo, you want to come fucking play together? All of you under me. We're gonna fuck people up. And everyone's gonna go, okay, click. I will say this, okay? Because I got some people in the comments asking for it. The final 4 games in 5A and 4A and 3A this weekend in high school were awesome. 3A, Windsor and Deacon and John and Caden and Terrence and all those boys, they make the final. Undefeated Windsor. They get Dakota Ridge. Dakota Ridge 4A. Windsor gets who the fuck is Windsor playing? Palmer Ridge, maybe. They're 4A too. I can't remember who Windsor's playing, but they're undefeated playing in the title game on Saturday. Then Dakota Ridge and Palmer Ridge play on Sunday or right afterwards on Saturday. Those are 2 really good teams. And then the 5A is Creek and Ralston. And the Creek Valor game was a fucking war. They were crushing each other in that game. And then, the Vista Ralston game at the NAC was cold as balls, but 31-28, Ralston Valley kicks a field goal at the end to win. It was a goddamn just bar fight. They were crushing each other. There's a lot of respect between the staffs. Great players on both sides. Ralston Valley does it right. Vista next year, my boys' team, is going to be fucking incredible. Their whole team's coming back with the exception of maybe 5 or 6 really good seniors. But Marquise Reese comes back, and Brooklyn Bailey and Nick comes back, and Chungus, who's first team all-conference on O-line and D-line in the same class as Nick. I can't wait for those 2 to play with each other next year. This last year, not being able to play next to each other really sucked. But they're going to be awesome, and Colorado high school football's got their shit together, and the games were awesome, and I'd imagine the finals are going to be great too. I will say this. I'll end it with this. Injuries happen. Okay, football is a test for real ones. For people that are just doing it as a hobby, you get hurt. That sucks. You'll get better. You're not going to have to rehab to be a banker. But if you're a real one, the injury just pisses you off. And it sets you back, but it doesn't count you out. And, we had another guy get hurt this weekend in the game, then tear his knee up. And it will be overcome. And we will get better from it. And you will come back better from it. With good people behind you to help push you. So whether you're getting benched, whether you're getting cut, whether you're hurt, whether everyone in the world is telling you can't play or you're wrong, football allows you to grunt this motherfucker out and earn it. And tell everybody else, watch. Fuck you, watch me. And that's the beauty of the game. I don't have to be a freak NBA player. I don't have to try and hit a fucking 95-mile-an-hour fastball with a round bat. I don't have to try and skate backwards. I don't have to try and fucking run around on a tennis court like some little rubber person, and I ain't got to fucking be fast in the 100. I ain't got to do shit to be able to suit up, show up, suit up, and fucking work harder than everybody else. And that's a goddamn mental thing and a heart thing. So, I don't care how big you are. I don't care how fast you are. I don't give a fuck about any of that shit. I care about who you are. And if you're a real one, we can always pull it out of you. And when your back's against the wall, how you react is who the fuck you really are. You can have a week to feel shitty. Parents can have a week to feel shitty. When Nick got hurt, I was fucking so distraught. I didn't even know what to do with myself. I couldn't even do a show, remember? I had to fucking shut it down for 3 days. I was a fucking mess. But then He motivated me by saying, look, this is nothing. We're going to be better off from this. And I was like, you know what? If my 15-year-old can fucking say that, I've done something right. And that motherfucker's pushing 130s now and is 290.
Yeah,
and I pray to God, fucking God, everyone out there listen to me. If you're a defensive lineman or a linebacker next year and you're in the state of Colorado and you play Mount Vista, we are coming for your motherfucking ass.
That's right.
Nick and Chungus and Orion and Lessman and those boys, they're coming. So you better be in the fucking weight room. I'm telling you, there's no fuck around. Just saying. So everybody have yourself a wonderful day. And let's hope the Buffs can figure this out. And remember, if you're mad at me, you don't really like football. You just want everything to be hunky-dory all the time. You just want people to give you shit. I want to earn this motherfucker. I want it fixed. If the last thing you're going to do on this earth is fix it, fix it. And then I'll shut the fuck up.
Bingo. What a show. Electric show here on this fine Monday. If you're watching, pound the like button, subscribe, and become a member of the Dungeon family today. 0 to 60, the premier show for Colorado Buffaloes football coverage, brought to you by the Believe Network and FanDuel. We will be back tomorrow to break down the Jim Mora to CSU hire and the impact that'll have on Colorado, Jerry Jeudy and Shedeur Sanders' sideline interaction or altercation, whatever you want to call it, yesterday, and so much more.
Jerry Jeudy is a chump.
Yeah.
We've gone over this.
Period.
Hey,
This guy says, Matt, feet to the fire. He says, Matt, feet to the fire. Coach Prime calls you and says it's time to come get this thing right. Hired as a line coach. But you'd be CU coach first, 0 to 60 second, you gone.
Yes.
Matt ain't never come down to CU. I know that.
Somebody else can run the fucking gym. Let's go to work. But it can't be any. I'm not doing this yes man shit. You have to allow me the autonomy to actually recruit the state, go out and get my guys that I've already developed that are already all over college football that would love to come play for me, but not if we're going to do things the way we do them. And I won't be able to work in that environment anyway. If you're not going to allow me to double team a 3 technique, I can't coach there. Let's just be blunt. That's the only fucking thing in the entire interview. Can I double team the 3 technique whenever I want? And if you say no, I'm out.
Appreciate the donation. But yeah, that's pretty basic shit. If they don't let you do that, man, why the hell are you going to go there? Like, fuck. Anyway, good show on this fine Monday. We'll be back tomorrow here. Eddie, I see Eddie Manyweather here in the chat trying to become a member. Eddie, the link is pinned in the chat, so go look at the top. The pin link to become a member is right there. But we appreciate the support, all the donations and stuff. We appreciate you guys, and we'll be back tomorrow here breaking down, like I mentioned, Jim Mora to CSU, Shedeur Sanders, Jerry Jeudy. We'll react to Monday Night Football from tonight, Jerry Patriots, Jeudy Giants. Yes.
He's a chump.
And I think the Patriots are probably going to kick the shit out of the Giants tonight. I know Matt doesn't want that at all. But you know Vrabel's got a really, really good team there. Shout out to my boy Efton Chisholm and the wide receiver group for the Patriots. Man, maybe he gets a touchdown tonight. We'll see, but appreciate all the support here. We'll be back tomorrow here on 0 to 60, the premier show for Colorado Buffaloes football coverage. Pound the like button, subscribe, become a member. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.